Hello and welcome back to Star Trek Las Vegas 2019. I'm Heather Ferris and I am your unofficial host for STLV 2019, and I am here with...
My name's Kay Roth, better known as @Brondo Mom, or even better, Fleet Admiral Mom.
Very, very nice. And?
I'm Paul, otherwise known as Darkthorn.
That's awesome.
Darkthorn.
Admiral. Hey, Admiral's good.
Yeah, I like it.
So we are coming at you live with interviews, trivia, cosplay, interactive game segments, game shows, and more. If you don't want to miss out, subscribe, hit that notification bell, so that way you'll always be notified of our latest videos and live streams. Woo! Yes, click the button. So can you guys tell me a little bit more about your group and Star Trek Online?
Absolutely. First of all, we are not cryptic. We have nothing to do with the game officially. We are just huge players. I've been playing Star Trek Online since when it betaed back in late 2009 before it went live in 2010. Oh, great.
Yes.
Well, then you know all about it. You don't need to interview us.
Well, I mean, we're I'm a big MMO fan. I could talk for hours about MMOing, but I want you guys to, tell.
Absolutely. So Star Trek Online is a MMORPG, a massively multiplayer online role-playing game set in the Star Trek universe, where you can create your own captain and go conquer the universe. You can be your own Captain Kirk.
Sweet.
Yeah, I love the game.
Explore strange new worlds, seek out new life forms, and then in this game, shoot them.
Yes.
Nice. So you're not just the captain, you have to actually manage and control your team, right? Like your entire crew.
Yeah, absolutely. You're in charge of a crew on your ship, depending on the size of your ship, how many people are there. For the most part, you're just controlling your bridge officers, but you can send your duty officers out on regular missions and have them work for you like in a regular ship. So, very much like running a business.
And with that, don't you have to worry a lot about stats? So that's how you, it's sort of like Sims in a way, you have to control, or you have to take care of your Sims, or you have to take care of your crew. So you always look at the stats and everything to see, what you need to do.
Well, there is you have to worry about stats, or you can let other people know that kind of stuff and tell you what to do. Despite the fact I play as a bookkeeper in real life, I don't run my stats to the detail that some absolutely fantastic players do. So you can play it as somebody who really enjoys the game and just wants to go out there and play the missions and do that. And when you run into trouble, you call on your fleet, which is why we're here. We come out with our fleet.
Awesome. And now the fleet, that's sort of like a guild, right? If you're playing like a normal MMO, such a World of Warcraft, it would be similar to a guild.
Exactly like a guild, to be honest.
And with a guild, do people have to contribute either with money or with items or with helping in assistance?
There's fleet credits in the game, and you can earn those very easily, and that goes into projects which help build the star bases and such like that, which would be like the guild hall.
And depending on your level of contribution to a point, you do need to contribute up to 100,000 credits to the fleet at some point. We usually let players have some time, but we also have a lot of players who are in the military and can't do it in our time constraints. So, yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, no problem. You can play when you want to.
Well, with MMOs, it takes a long time. You're spending a lot of hours doing that. So with, I know. Believe me, I know. So with the guild, if they contribute more, then does that mean they get higher ranks?
Yes, they do. Up through commander, it's automatically based. Well, actually through captain, it's based on your contributions. 500,000 makes you a captain. Above that, though, it turns into an administrative position more than it does a player position, and there's no real advantage to it. And you take on some of the workload of running the fleet. So people who want to be fleet captains, admirals, and fleet admirals basically have to take on some of the pain in the butt jobs that are real life type jobs.
Such as building a booth.
Such as building a booth, yeah, and doing fundraisers to get our butts out here, and writing books on how to play Star Trek Online.
Oh my God!
We wrote this.
No way!
Yeah, absolutely.
So how can people find that?
That's actually on Amazon right now.
It's on Amazon.
Yes.
Amazon. Go to the Dark Mom Consortium. That's us. He's Dark, I'm Mom. Works out well. And this is the first book. This is just character creation.
That's
300,000 words. Sorry, 30,000 words. 30,000
Yeah.
words.
Can you do a little flip through real quick?
It's hard to do this backwards. So anyway, wonderful pictures of our fleet.
Autographs already.
We're getting autographs. That's my thing today.
So if you go down to the booth, you get an autograph. That's so cool.
We're trying to get people to sign it. So we've got details on all the species. Then we get into stats. We've got what they can do for traits, attributes.
We threw in trivia on a lot of species too, because, like for
watching
example,
forever.
like for example, something I learned when we were doing this, Rigelians and the Saurians were actually there was marketing points and it was actually reversed at one point.
And wonderful old background information, like the Kytians, the Ferocans, are actually built off the Zinti from the animated series, but that came from Larry Niven, the sci-fi author. I mean, the real sci-fi author. And he wrote an episode for TOS, and he allowed them to take these characters. And so they're now in the game, and they're his originals. And Kytians are awesome. They're kitty cats. And so we have the Ferocans, who are totally ferocious, and Kytians, who are a little bit more... Oh, they're seductive in the original series. My guys aren't seductive. They're kitties.
No, she's more like Thunder gets her.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell me a little bit more about your group and your booth as well, and how can people join your group or find you?
Well, we are the Strike Group Armada, which is our informal name out here. In game, we are two armadas. We are Starfleet Strike Group, and we are the Klingon Strike Group, and we are in a Klingon Armada and a Federation Armada.
Cool, so you have it on both sides.
Yeah, because they don't crosstalk, but we have a crosstalk channel so that we can team up and have all the fun things. So if you want to join us in game, you can PM me at Brondo_mom.
I already haven't put that in on the stream.
Oh, sweet.
I think ahead.
Yes, very good. If you're in game and you want to just join us in a chat channel, you can do /join channel strike group, and you'll wind up in our joint strike group channel, and then you've got access to all of our players, because almost everyone and all of our friends and everybody we meet gets invited. We're very oriented on having a good time.
It's a party.
It's fun, yes.
So I have to ask this: if you guys, do you guys ever do PvP where you and the guild member, or I'm sorry, thank you. I'm so focused on normal. Anyway, do you ever do PvP against each other and like have a raid or have a battle or have something like that?
Usually not.
Task force missions are basically raids, so yeah, we do that a lot. There's weekends where we get together and there's battle zones, and we'll go in there.
We tend to team
bad guys.
We tend to team our guys against the enemy versus us against each other. That isn't to say that they don't have PvP. They have PvP, and it's a mindset that I don't have. So if you want to play PvP, more power to you.
But it's there if people want to do it, and I'm sure people will jump in. I know that I've done some PvP at times too. So
awesome. And then can you guys tell me about your booth, what you're doing, and if there's anything that you guys want to promote to the viewers?
Well, we didn't come here to sell anything. We showed you our book, and if you want to buy our book, that's great. But all we're doing here, buy the book, yes. Yes, that's how I'm going to pay us back for all this. We're just playing the game here. Buy the book.
Wait. We need it up. There we go. Yes. Okay, cool.
Now, just to show you how not seriously we take ourselves, the cover scene here is from one of our friends' bridges, and we all got up there and we're taking the very serious pictures, and he's like, let's all do jazz hands.
Nice. Oh, that's so cool. Jazz hands.
Yeah, some of the new emotes, jazz hands, finger guns.
I love that.
The fun stuff.
That's so awesome.
It's fun. It's a great game. But we've set this up. If you want to come in and log in on your tune and play, great. If you've never played it, come in. You can walk yourself through the first tutorial, set up a character, get an idea of how to play it. And just come on and have some fun.
That's really cool. And then is there a website? Do you have a website? Do you have a Facebook group, channel, page? Do you have Twitter, Instagram?
Probably. Okay, this is where I defer all of these questions to Pi Lorzan, who is one of our people out of Denmark.
We do have a web page. It is basically a message form right now, but we're building on that. So I would have to go look on it.
Okay.
Strike Group info. Strikegroup.info.
Strikegroup.info. Strikegroup.info. Cool.
Yeah, I know. I should know this stuff better, right?
You should.
I'm an administrator. I can make everything look pretty in the background, but when it comes down to logistics, I defer to people who are wiser than I am.
I have to build it.
And we have great people around the world. We're very fortunate. We have a fantastic social media guy out of Denmark. We've got one of our guys who does a lot of work behind the scenes out of Germany. We've got support in Australia and around the country. So it's an incredible group of people. There's about 500 of us in the main fleet. And then we have 13 Alpha beta, and tertiary and gamma.
Wow, that's really, really cool. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for being on this live stream. And go buy the book. You got to check it out. Yeah. And thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Cool.
Thanks for stopping in.
Thank you. Bye. See ya.